Okay guys, this is for lesson 4.1. This is multiplication patterns with decimals. So this is our chapter 4 is our multiplication with decimals chapter. So the patterns that we're looking for here in this lesson are with ones, tens, hundreds, and 1000s. So we already talked about this, about how when you times by 10 with the decimal, you move the decimal to the right. If you divide by 10, you move the decimal to the left. So I'm just going to do a couple examples for you. So this problem we have 1 times 3 in 1900ths. So 1 times 3 in 1900ths, it doesn't change, right? Anything times 1 stays the same. Now we have 10 times 3 in 1900ths. So remember, if you times it by 10, you just move it to the right as many times as the many zeros right here. So there's 1 0 and 10, so you move it to the right one time. So this would be 31 and 9/10. Next one is 100 times 3 in 1900ths. So now we're going to move the decimal twice because there's 2 zeros. So this would just be 319. Okay, now we're going to go back to exponents. Okay, so for your exponents, if you remember we did this earlier in the year, 10 to the power of 0 is actually just 1. So that means 0 zeros. So this one is like saying 1 times 4 and 2300ths. So it wouldn't change, it'd just be 4 and 2300ths. This one is 10 to the power of 1, which means there's just one 10. So it's 1 0, which means it's 10 times 4 and 2300ths. So we just move the decimal ones to the right. So it's 42 and 3/10. And this is 10 to the power of 2, which means 10 times 10, which is 100, or it just means 2 zeros. So 100 times 4 and 2300, so we move the decimal twice to the right. So this would be 423. Okay, here are your extra credit problems.